Hello, everybody. This is Luke.
This is Elijah. And we are the Eagles of Steel.
As you can tell, he is very depressed, and kind of I am too, because what ended up being the Super Bowl? Why are we not?
Literally what everybody predicted at the beginning of the playoffs was this was going to be the Super Bowl.
And we shocked?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I'm a little bit happy because Philly made it, but
not the other team.
Well, we're having some other fun talking about other teams that didn't make it from the divisional round and the championship rounds.
Yeah, so this is... Oh, man, this is hard. I'm almost like crying. But
Hold on. Yeah.
So, all right, let's start off with the Houston Texans because I did the order of the teams that got eliminated.
Yeah.
I went in order of as in the games.
Yeah, I got you.
Saturday games, the Sunday games, all that stuff.
They came in very bruised up and as heavy underdogs. O-line couldn't hold. Stroud didn't play the greatest either.
I'm in danger.
For me, it was definitely wide receiver injuries. Having no Diggs or Dell going into that game and only having Collins was pretty bad. And then I see C.J. Stroud majorly regressed. His rookie season was so good, and then he just regressed so bad.
Well, also 8 sacks given up by that O-line wasn't going to help.
Didn't help either. But one thing they do got going for them was an incredible defense. I love their defense. Their defense Will Anderson and Daniel Hunter on it right now.
That defense is pretty good.
It is beautiful. What? Of course, in that game against Kansas City, you can't have a Chiefs game without ref interference. So, literally, there's, I don't know how many calls in that game that were going for the Kansas City's favor.
At least 4 or 5.
Like, even the announcers were like, come on. Like, literally, come on.
39. Come on.
This is ridiculous. Oh, man. I gave the Texans a B just because they didn't change. They only they were a 10-7 and 10 team last year and 10-7 team this year. So I gave them a B because they didn't change that much, and also because they lost a lot of guys.
I also gave them a B minus for the Texans. I think next would be. It sucks that this team got eliminated.
Well, I was actually going to go with the Detroit Lions next.
That's what I was saying. Like, this sucks that this team got eliminated, but their defense finally was shown. Daniels looked like a superstar.
Oh, yeah.
And turnover for Goff and Williams, too.
Oh, Goff had 3 interceptions. But
Williams had a...
But we had to look at the season, though, too. They had a great season. They went from 12-5 to 15-2. Like, I will say that is a really good season. And they had really great coordinators that, unfortunately, they're leaving for coaching jobs. Obviously, the thing that really brought them down was the injuries. 23 guys on IR. Yeah, the fact you got that far, for me, is incredible.
That's a win, I'd say.
But I think Washington gave you that slap in the face where you're like, yeah, like, reality check, your defense is not that good.
Look who just sprayed you with a can of whoop.
So, when you don't have all your stars on it. So, yeah. But I definitely give them an A+. This was an amazing season, and I think they'll be back next season.
I think so, too, and that's why I'm also giving them an A+. Next would be...
the L.A. Rams, because they lost to Philadelphia.
Barely, though. Like, it was close.
Yeah. The thing is, what's funny is they went from a 10-7 record to a 10-7 record. Same thing as Houston. However, I think this team is way better than Houston.
All I could say is it was turnovers and the Philly defense making crucial stop after stop.
You're going nowhere.
And the stop including that pretty much concluded the end of the game.
Yeah, that won the game at the end. However, though, Matt Stafford is a great quarterback. They have a great young defense with the guys like Jared Verse and
I know they're good.
Like a lot of other guys in there.
That's why I was nail biting the entire time.
And to be honest, if it didn't snow, I feel like the Rams could have maybe pulled it out.
You took my one chance at happiness and crushed it. Crushed it into little tiny bite-sized pieces.
But the snow really affected them, especially when the fact that the Eagles had just a way better run game with Saquon Barkley than Kyren Williams. So I gave the Rams at the end an A-. I think there's still things they can improve. And they could definitely had a better record if they weren't injured at the beginning of the season. But outside of that, great season. they'll probably be back next season in some form. So
I give him a B plus for this one.
all right, makes sense to me.
And of course now the Baltimore
Ravens. Oh boy.
I liked seeing you tonight, Peter.
Oh boy, yeah.
Lamar MVP season number 3, probably at least. I don't know. What they
I
gave
don't
him.
think he's the top caliber. I think it's Allen and Barkley are the.
Or was
final.
it that? Like I thought
That
Jackson
it's
got
that.
it. Or
It's Allen, Barkley,
Jackson.
Burrow, Goff, Jackson.
Jackson was not that low. If anything, he was probably there.
He was in that mix. I forget what it is. I know Barkley's.
I'm pretty sure Eagles. Not Eagles. Well, even Barkley should have definitely get it. But I think Lamar Jackson got it just because of his numbers.
I will say this in this game. In general, their season with the Derrick Henry upgrade, they were way better.
They really made way better, but their record wasn't. Last season, without Derrick Henry, they went 13-4 in the 1 seed. This year, they were the 3 seed and 12-5.
Which is shocking.
Because their defense fell apart. And, of course,
But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
they don't give it to him.
they don't give it to him against the Bills, and they lose. So,
Also, I have another couple reasons. Lamar Jackson being his playoff self.
yep, he always chokes in this moment.
Picked and fumbled the ball.
Yep.
Mark Andrews had a terrible day. A fumble and a dropped crucial
Two-point
two-point
version
conversion.
would have tied the game.
No, I don't really feel like it.
But
Yeah.
and that ended the Bills, ended the Ravens' day pretty much.
So-
I'm giving the Ravens a B minus. Like they have only one loss less than last time, but they're still a good team, and they should utilize Henry more.
I gave him an A. Like I think it was definitely a solid team. Derrick Henry's a great running back, and I'm hoping he'll be still just as good next year as he was this year, just because it was fun to watch him, even as a guy who hates them. So definitely a solid A here.
Now the championship losers.
We're gonna start with the Washington Commanders, and holy crap! I've been waiting so long to talk about this team because this is insanity. They went from 4-13 to 12-5.
Well, brand new rookie QB who we saw he was going to shine, and he did.
Yeah, and not only did he shine, he won 2 playoff games in his rookie year, and yes, they got blown up by Philly. But that was because the Eagles are just a way better team. Washington, like Jane Daniels was not the reason they lost because he didn't cause any of the turnovers.
No, it's just
He might have thrown 1 pick. I think. It was.
no,
But
it was in garbage time.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fumbles from everybody but him. Like he did everything he could to keep them in the game. It just didn't matter.
I have a couple things I would like to say. It was turnovers from their offense.
That-
It was the Hurts and Barkley show.
Yep.
Pretty much 6 rushing TDs combined between the two.
Oh my god!
I know.
The last one was Will Shipley.
Yeah.
7 rushing touchdowns allowed on defense. One more than Dallas all season from their offense. I'd like to point that out there.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. In that game. However, though, I think they're still in a great team. Scary Terry is still scary.
It's in the name.
Yep. Dan Quinn, I think, is definitely a great coach that Washington needed.
He's very ballsy too.
Yeah, I think what they just need for next year is they need to build up that defense and definitely get some more offensive weapons other than Scary Terry. So if they sign a guy like T. Higgins,
There's a bunch of, we'll be getting to the free agent
or Stephon Diggs or something like that going to
We'll
Washington.
get to the free agent thing.
Yeah,
in a little
like
bit.
they could definitely use a good.
They're definitely A+ from this year.
Oh yeah, guaranteed A+. I don't care that they lost. It was a great season.
and of course, the one I really do not want to discuss, the Bills. Allen being robbed by his team and mostly the refs. The refs absolutely sucked in this game.
They went from 11-6 to 13-4.
They improved.
They definitely improved. Josh Allen had a lot less turnovers.
He barely had any of the season.
I know, like he was so good this year.
He had 3 total picks?
Something like that.
That's
It was incredible.
That's it.
What was funny is he was expected to regress after losing Diggs, yet he didn't.
But that's just Josh Allen beat Josh Allen.
And of course, what you mentioned, refs lost the game for the Bills in that game. Like literally gave him a catch that was incomplete, and they gave him a set of turnover on downs on a total first down. You know, all the fun stuff the refs love doing. So
I'll still give
it
them.
was so heartbreaking too.
I'm still giving them an A+ for the Bills.
Oh, of course. Bills should be in the Super Bowl right now.
Correct!
Yeah, but now we get to discuss the Super Bowl matchup and
Yeah.
get your head pounding ready.
Hey Hang in there, Squidward.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm happy my team made it, but it's freaking Kansas City. There's so many factors that come here. Like there's so many things like storylines. Obviously, the only thing that Chiefs have going with them is a three-peat.
And for Eagles, it's a revenge game against the City.
There's a couple things. Revenge game. Remember last time we stopped a three-peat against Tom Brady and the Patriots? We lost them the first time and we beat them the second time.
Or no.
Yeah.
No. For it comes down to three-peating. Pretty much what happened was 51 was Atlanta, 52, and then 53. You were that win in between the three Patriots Super Bowls that separated a possible three-peat.
That was the revenge part.
Yeah, you got revenge with that. So if there is an opportunity for somebody to stop a three-peat, it has to be Philadelphia.
And it's another revenge and another chance of stopping a three-peat.
Yeah. Let's start off with the Philadelphia Eagles and talk about them for a bit. So obviously they dominated Washington with 55 points.
Well, you can count for 7 rushing TDs.
Yeah, and then I see a 200-yard day against the Rams back in the divisional round for Philadelphia.
And over 200 yards in this game, too.
Yeah, it was nuts. And then Saquon Barkley obviously is the most insane running back on a stacked roster.
He's only about 30 yards away from the rushing yards, and scrimmage yards, an entire season, including playoffs.
I know. He's getting great there. And then I see the key players for Philadelphia. I see Barkley, but also A.J. Brown. I would say Quinyon Mitchell, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert, Jalen Carter, Zach Bond, and hopefully not an awful turf.
Well, it better not be. It's a dome.
I know, but an awful turf.
Yeah.
You remember last time?
Yeah, because the roof was open last time.
On a brand new field. It should have not been that bad.
But this is the New Orleans Superdome. Okay,
It should be an iconic place to play.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's not really something we should be concerned about.
Yeah,
really.
you better not lose this game because of like fielding it.
I don't feel.
I swear they're gonna change the field just to mess you up or something.
Well, the rest will take care of that.
Yeah, which I was actually just about to get to when we talked about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yay!
Yeah, this is really what I have written down for them. Refs saved both games against Texans and Bills.
And it's probably gonna be.
And the defense is usually what literally led them to the Super Bowl outside of the refs. Is their defense.
Their offense wasn't the greatest.
Key players for the Chiefs:
Mahomes, obviously.
Patrick Mahomes, DeAndre Hopkins, Chris Jones, Trent McDuffie, Taylor Swift, Xavier Worthy, referees, and Harrison Butker.
I will not deny my happiness.
Sorry, Taylor Swift. I meant Travis Kelce. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
But
here's what I have noted down. I really do not feel safe or optimistic at all in this game. It would take a godly miracle for Philly to beat KC, but I believe in miracles. I have us winning.
Yeah.
31-21 in a 2-score game, just like Buffalo did. That's all I gotta say. I'm taking the ginormous risk. And it's my team, too.
all right, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. So here's how I see this playing out. I have the Eagles winning by 2. Eagles winning by 3. Chiefs need a field goal to tie the game with about 15 seconds left in the game. One play successful, but then the next play incomplete. Flag. Pass interference on, let's say, Quinyon Mitchell against DeAndre Hopkins or something. Gets him into field goal range. Ties the game. Goes to overtime. Chiefs win the coin toss. Take down the field, win with a... Actually, no, sorry. Sorry. They give the Eagles the ball.
We go score a touchdown.
You go score a touchdown. They go score a touchdown. 2-point conversion. They win.
By 1.
They win by 1 in the Super Bowl and with a 2-point conversion. And the final score of that game being 36-35. Kansas City.
I actually only have a 31-21. But I have our team pulling out the godly miracle.
31-21.
Man, our defense is no joke.
I know. But the thing is...
You know that.
Every single time, you guys are going to make a big play, and it's going to get called. That's why I just think it's going to be higher scoring.
And also, BG's going to be back for this game, too.
That would be nice to see, though.
That'd be a little iconic, have that strip sack fumble to win the game. That'd be a little throwback. Hey, don't call me... Don't say anything about me about that, but
I know.
I'm just pointing it out there. And
But there you guys have it. Also, I want to give you guys a notice now, so that coming up next week, I'll be starting a new shorts series. If you hasn't seen my short, advertising that it's going to be about films and movies and all that type of fun stuff. I'm going to be reviewing things, talking about why this happened or what's going on with this, or
I might do food because that's where I'm usually.
yeah,
gonna go
he'll
to
probably do some food shorts just to like get us into our other categories.
spread us out.
Yeah,
In our,
especially with the off season coming up,
we're gonna be like,
we're trying to scrounge for awesome videos for you guys. So
we're trying.
yep, we'll still be talking about football plenty. Trust me, guys. However, we're also going to touch up on the other two subjects that we haven't touched up on for a while. So
We're gonna get into that.
oh yeah.
Anyways, leave a like down, and
also please subscribe. We're on our way trying to like build this community up, and it'll be amazing.
And as always, this is Luke.
This is Elijah, and we are the Eagles of Steel. Bye.